What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Amateur Hour TV. First video, obviously, since the Raptors have been eliminated from the playoffs, but nonetheless, we'll have a ton of content coming for you guys in the offseason, centered around the Raptors, but also covering a lot of general NBA stuff as well. So make sure you're subscribed to Amateur Hour TV. This is an extension of the Amateur Sports main channel with nearly 9,000 subscribers. I just want to give more NBA discussion on this one, and if you're enjoying it, I really appreciate that. But today, Goran Dragic, when you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. I don't know. If you guys aren't on Twitter, you haven't really seen everything that's going on here. So Goran Dragic, if you don't know, I'm sure you know at this point, got swept as part of the Brooklyn Nets, the 7th seed, losing to the Boston Celtics in 4 games in the first round of the playoffs. They were eliminated well before the Raptors, who did actually get their series to 6 games. Nonetheless, there's a lot of beef between the Raptors fans and Goran Dragic. And Goran Dragic, preseason, we know this, the famous quote that he has higher ambitions than the Raptors, which Raptors fans did not like. And we do not really like Goran Dragic for saying that. But nonetheless, even after Goran Dragic said that in his press conferences before the season started, where the assumption was he was going to play a part with the Raptors in some capacity, he did say he was just going to be professional about everything, which obviously now we know was a total lie, because Goran Dragic has been wilding on Twitter since the Toronto Raptors lost that Game 6 to the 76ers. And it's really strange. It's really strange. So let's just look at the tweets in question. So Goran Dragic, timestamped and everything, right after the Raptors got eliminated. You've got this, just a bunch of laughing, crying emojis. And it's like, okay, yeah, we lost, but also you claim to be better than our organization, too good for our organization, and you got swept. Like, Goran Dragic got traded so that another team could waive him, because we had absolutely no use for him. Even when he was actually with the Raptors, we weren't playing him. It was DNP after DNP, right? So he already wasn't playing well enough to actually play a role for our team, which ended up being the 5th seed. And Goran Dragic, who got bought out by the Spurs, not waived, he got bought out. Goran Dragic, who basically could choose his destination, chose the Brooklyn Nets, who got swept. So Goran Dragic, who had higher ambitions than the Raptors, went to a team that finished below them in the Eastern Conference standings, and also performed considerably worse in the playoffs. Also, Goran Dragic played for the Suns last year, and if you guys don't know, the Suns got swept last year. So Goran Dragic has played in 8 straight playoff games in which he's lost. He's lost 8 straight playoff games. He's never won an NBA championship, and he's 35 years old. The clock is ticking. Goran Dragic he's really falling off quickly, his talent levels. I thought he was actually decent in some spells for the Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs, but ultimately he wasn't good enough to help a team that had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant win a single game in the playoffs. So I would just like to know where Goran found the audacity to send that tweet. Like, he really thought he was doing something. He really thought he was proving a point. And for a guy who said he's all about professionalism, very unprofessional. But despite the fact that Goran Dragic hasn't won an NBA championship, but he has won, apparently, the 2017 FIBA Eurobasket tournament. And as Raptors fans got really upset for this tweet, which naturally they did, including myself, he replied with this, with the shush emoji. So Goran Dragic proving a point to Toronto Raptors fans and the Toronto Raptors, who won the 2019 NBA championship. And I love this reply from Blake Murphy, one of my favorite follows for Raptors Twitter. Raptors who won a championship. It is true, they did not win the 2017 FIBA Eurobasket tournament. So Goran Dragic does have a little bit of a point here. The Raptors did not win that tournament, nor are they eligible to compete in that tournament. And the reason Goran Dragic has to post this photo instead of the photo of him with an NBA championship is just he doesn't have one. He can't post a picture of his ring because he doesn't have one. He can't post a picture of himself with the NBA championship trophy, the Larry O'Brien, because he doesn't have one of those. They don't exist because he just simply hasn't won the trophy. Time is taking on his career. Time is taking on his ability to influence games at this high of a level. So I imagine if Goran is ever to win an NBA championship, it will be in a role where he doesn't feature unless it's garbage time, because he won't be good enough to actually provide any sort of level for that team. And this year was an indication of that. He was okay for the Nets, but he just didn't have a role for the Raptors, who were the 5th seed, higher than the Brooklyn Nets. So for a team as good as the Raptors, the Raptors lost in the first round. If he's not even good enough to play for them, I'm not sure how he feels like he's good enough to play on a contender that wants to win an NBA championship. He's currently experiencing a bit of a rapid decline. So, his career is in trouble here. And honestly, I actually, it's a very bad mentality to post a photo like that of the Eurobasket thing. I honestly can't believe he thought he was doing something with this. I actually can't believe he thought, you know what, this is going to get them. This is the reply that is going to get them. They don't understand. I've won this trophy. People are out here caring about NBA championships. And the fact that he's made such a point that the Raptors have lost in the first round. He clearly cares about the championship, right? He clearly cares about NBA championships over all else. So this is actually incredibly embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. I actually can't believe he did this. Now, I think Raptors fans are taking things a little bit too far here. I think well within their right to go, dude, are you serious with this? Are you actually serious? Did you actually post this and think you did something? Raptors fans going a little bit extreme because, there's personal issues in Goran Dragic's life. He's, oh man, I don't really want to go into in this video, but he's got some personal issues with his wife that I think you should take it upon yourself to go research. So it's been a difficult year for Goran Dragic. He didn't want to come to the Raptors. Raptors fans didn't want him and really didn't want him after they saw his first interview talking about joining the Raptors. And he went to a team that did worse than the Raptors. There is nothing that Goran Dragic has in this organization. His career has been less successful than what the Raptors have accomplished because we have a championship, he doesn't. And since the feud began at the start of this season, Goran Dragic has been not played really at all by the Raptors. When he played like shit. He's gone to a team that did worse than the Raptors in the regular season and also a team that did worse than them in the playoffs. He so desperately wants to be back on the Miami Heat, but they've moved on. They're a better team without him there. I know they got to the finals with him, but they didn't win it. And they're a 1 seed now. Without Joel Embiid involved in that series, they're probably going to beat the 76ers and move on. He's just a little bit upset that he can't be a part of that team, but they wanted a better point guard, and they got one when they got Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, a winner who actually has, a Larry O'Brien to back that up. And it's not all about the talk like Goran Dragic is. Just, again, the real audacity of this situation is unbelievable. This is an all-time tweet. This photo Goran Dragic posted of him with the 2017 FIBA Eurobasket tournament trophy. This is an all-time tweet right here. This is history. For Raptors social media, Raptors media in general, this is absolute history. Because I truly can't, I'm struggling to find the words. I cannot believe he did that. I'm flabbergasted. I don't think there's a better word here. He posted this to get back at Raptors fans who have an NBA championship. And what's funny, in his preseason press conferences for the Raptors, because obviously he said that foul stuff about how he has higher ambitions, which is a very, very common quote at this point. But he said in his preseason press conferences, because Raptors fans let him know, man, higher ambitions. We have a ring and you don't. Where are you talking like that? And he mentioned that, I don't have a championship. And it's true. He knows he doesn't have a championship. It's kind of starting to dawn on him that he probably will never win one. And that's sad. That definitely is a bit of a sad reality. And this tweet here shows how far he's gone down the tubes with that mindset. So this is a very ringless mindset from him to post something like that. It actually is I'm less mad. I'm obviously mad. Why? Who are you to call us out? But it's more hilarious. Really, who are you to call us out like this and have this petty feud on Twitter when you claim to be such a good player? So that's what's been going on with Goran Dragic. You don't have Twitter, you maybe haven't seen this. You have Twitter, maybe you still haven't seen this. And if you have, what are your thoughts on this? This is absolutely insane. And the bottom line, it is flat out embarrassing from Mr. Dragic to stoop down to this level. And I actually cannot believe what I've seen here. So that is it for this one of Amateur TV. So again, this is a great video that I don't want to make a full amateur sports video for, but still wanted to talk about and document my opinion and post it on YouTube. So that's what this channel is for. If you enjoy this one, you're going to enjoy plenty of our other videos. So make sure you're subscribed for constant uploads, especially concerning the Raptors, but also diving into some general NBA content. Let's get to 500 subs in this channel. We're not even at 400, but we're setting the bar at 500. You can help us get there, and you can also help by dropping a like in this video to let me know what type of content you enjoy, and also to let other people know this is a great video worth watching. See you again next time for another video on Amateur TV.